Okay, guys, welcome to Tuesday's Dream Team Chat. This is post SFR edition, and we're talking about all the amazing things that happened at Scentsy Family Reunion last week. I'm so excited for this because I didn't even realize how much I missed SFR until I was there and experiencing all of it. I thought I was good. I thought that the virtual things were great, but it wasn't until I was walking the halls of SFR, rubbing elbows with my friends, that I realized, man, I really missed this. I needed this connection. I needed this time to really focus on my business. And that's exactly what SFR was this year. The theme was amazing. The theme was Scentsy is, and then you got to fill in the blank. What is Scentsy to you? And for so many people, I saw Scentsy is freedom. Scentsy is home. And to me, those are like the main two words that I think of for Scentsy as well. And so I could relate to that so much. What we had at this SFR was a lot of testimonies from consultants. I really loved that this year. I think it was their theme to really shine a light on the different ways that Scentsy can enhance your life and change your life and bring value to your life. And they did a really great job sharing the different perspectives from so many different consultants. And I loved that. It was just one more step into connecting with people that we've missed so much over the last few years and we took for granted before COVID happened. And so being able to hear these Scentsy consultant stories and connect with them on a deeper level meant so much to me. And then we talk about our team that was there, and that was just so awesome to be able to meet so many of you guys in person, see so many of you guys again, like really just spend time with you guys was so special. And I could see the magic happening as SFR progressed. I could see people's mindsets changing. I could see people loosening up. I could see people getting more comfortable and feeling like they fit in. And it brings me back to my first SFR where I was nervous and I didn't know what to expect and I was scared and I felt like a fish out of water. And then I got there and everyone was so welcoming and I made so many friends that I'm still friends with to this day. And I remember looking around and being like, dang, I belong here. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And to see that happen with so many of you guys, like, it made me feel really good. It was amazing to watch. To me, it was one of my very favorite parts, was just to watch so many of you guys kind of step into this realization that you fit right in with Scentsy. And so other people are going to share their experiences with that. But my experience was incredible. I loved it. Brianna and I roomed together and she unfortunately got sick after the first day and had to leave home early. And I know she was bummed about that. And she's here. I'm sure she'll agree. Like, that was a bummer. But I know that she and I were both so fired up that first day, seeing everyone together and everyone connecting and just spending that special time with them. It was truly magical to watch. And it just makes me so excited for what's to come, not only for my business, which I am so excited, but for our whole organization as a whole. I just think that this next season is going to be so amazing. It's going to be so amazing. So I am going to hand it off in just a minute. I just want to visually show you guys the things we got because the giveaways were amazing. The keynote speakers were absolutely incredible. Like, I was so blown away. Wow, my cat. I was so blown away by the keynote speakers. Per usual, Scentsy gives us the most on target keynote speeches that we need and so easily relatable to this period in time and our business. And so they were just incredible. Hopefully you got to watch it virtually. I know Jamie was a gem and recorded all the sessions for us on Zoom. So if you search hashtag SFR 2022, you can watch the general session recaps. They were amazing. At every general session, we got prizes or giveaways. So we got the new testers and a catalog, which I actually have no idea where it is. I put it somewhere, but I can't find it now. So we got one single catalog and testers. So this was really cool. We got this on the first night after they showed us all the different products. And that was really cool because then we could go back to the hotel and look through the catalog and sniff all the testers. That was really fun. We also got this super cool, oh gosh, the lighting, travel twist. This is what the packaging looks like, super sleek and small. These are really cool. I love the price point, $7. They come in some Scentsy fan favorites. The packaging is super nice. It has like all the Scentsy icons on it. And then you twist it open and that gives you fragrance, and it smells so good. So you can twist it a little or a lot, which is really cool, and it will last. I'm not really sure what they said for how long it will last. I'm excited to find out myself, but it looks cool. It looks like it's felt on the inside, and it's obviously loaded with fragrance. So nice. Okay, so we got that on the first day. Also, my giveaways are blending together. I was trying to figure out like which one and when we got it, but they're blending together. So I'm just going to tell you what we got. We also got this cool bag. This was the next day, I believe. This is a LTO that's coming in November, I believe. And it's called Scentspiration. So it's where they took vanilla bean buttercream and they mixed it. So vanilla bean buttercream is like the prime mixing fragrance, and so they mixed it with other fragrance notes. So it came with vanilla bean buttercream, gingerbread buttercream, which smells really good, caramel buttercream, again really good, my personal favorite, peppermint buttercream. So these are all fragrance notes that are mixed with vanilla, and it smells so good. There's going to be a consultant bundle available as well before they actually release to the public, and in the consultant bundle you will actually get a limited edition wax mold to make samples with, which I thought was really cool. Okay, and yes, they are delicious. They are so good. We also talked about our partnership with Disney and how we are in Epcot, and at Epcot they're giving away these lavender seeds to like the first however many people are there every day, and so we got to get a pack of the lavender seeds. It's cool because it has a QR code that takes them to the Scentsy website where they can shop, has a rub and smell sticker. It's just really cool that people are walking away with something Scentsy branded from the parks at Disney World. I think that is just so incredible. So it's cool that they gave us a little piece of that. Also, Hedwig from Harry Potter. Can you believe that? Like, this is the most adorable buddy ever. The details are incredible. This letter, the Hogwarts letter or whatever, comes off. It's Velcro. And how awesome, right? We can only imagine how great this is going to be in the fall. So it's really cool that we got to get that early to advertise with, and it did come with the scent pack. We also got the new Winnie the Pooh wall fan with the new 100 Acre Woods pods. So the cool thing about the new kids wall fans is that they have light at the bottom. So this is a new feature. All of the kid wall fans will now have light, which is cool. And then they gave us the 100 Acre Woods pods, which is, I believe they said, the best-selling licensed bar that we have was the 100 Acre Woods bar. And I get it because it smells so good. And then we got the SFR brick. You guys, the scent is so amazing. If you went to SFR, did you warm it? It has glitter. The first time a Scentsy wax has had glitter. I cannot believe it. I don't want to warm it, but I probably will, so I can experience it at home. So it's funny because as soon as they started doing the giveaway, like you could just smell it in the whole room. Like the smell took over, and it just smelled so amazing. So Mandy, I didn't know if it was the letter from Hogwarts or just letters they send back and forth. So that was my discrepancy. Okay. So these were the amazing giveaways that we got. We also had a chance to shop the consultant store, which I got things like the Disney blanket, which is not on the consultant store yet. I heard on the 1st it will be. Also got some pencils for my boys back to school, some nail files for my customers. I didn't get catalogs and stuff, so it made my suitcase too heavy, but they had everything, shirts, catalogs. It was so cool. And then also when you went to the breakouts or the workshops, they gave away tickets, which then they would do product giveaways. Like at the end of the breakout, they would like call some ticket names or ticket numbers, and then if you won a giveaway. So I also won a giveaway, which I got 3 new release bars and then the classic curve warmer. So that was really cool. So that's just like the tangible stuff that we get, which is super fun and amazing. And I think the value, Katie and I tallied it up, it was like $160 worth of products that we got in the giveaway. So that is like more than half of the registration cost, which I thought was really cool and good to know. But beyond the tangible things, just the feeling of connection, the new things I learned, bumping into my mentors like Jennifer Anderson and Chloe Cox and all of these amazing consultants that I look up to and learn so much from. Being in the same room, learning from them was just so amazing. So SFR was a treat for me. I could talk about it all day, but I want to honor your guys' time. And we have a lot of people wanting to share with us today. So we are going to go and ask Mandy to share her takeaways, and then we'll pass it off to the next person. So Mandy, here you go.
Awesome. Can you hear me? I have headphones
Yes,
in. So, okay.
I hear.
And my name now says Derek because he came in and let me know that I'm on his work computer. And if I changed the name, they may kick me off because it's, you know, what it is. So we're back to changing it. I have SFR. See, I have SFR hangover like nobody's business. But we also made it into a road trip. So, 3,000 miles in the car. It also added to that, the elevation changes and whatnot. So I don't have a voice, but it's coming back. I took my husband with me, and it was probably like the best decision that I ever made was to register him. He was coming with me regardless, and he was going to go do fun stuff while I did SFR. And then, the last few days that you could register a guest, I registered him, and it was worth it. He went in knowing that Scentsy is a real thing. He knew that, but to see the potential and to hear those, like Alex talked about, they had actual consultants go up on stage and just tell their stories, and to see the potential of what it can do for your family and how it can change your life. And not just from superstar directors, but they had directors and star directors, and they had, and I talked to certified consultants, and we were talking to everybody. And what I loved, so we got these little books to take notes and stuff as we went through. But I also took my own notebook because I know I write a lot. So one of our breakouts that we went to was with Chelsea Otto. And the first thing that she did, so we all get these lanyards, and it has all of our ribbons. So it has our title, and then mine's falling apart, you guys, because I went through a lot. And then it has our lifetime PRV, and then different accomplishments. So boot camp graduate, trip qualifier. I did the fitness marshal thing, which was insanity. And so we get all those things. And when we went into Chelsea's breakout, the first thing she did was have us take it off and put it away, because she did not want us to see her as Chelsea Otto superstar director. And she didn't want to look at us as our title, because we're more than our titles. And that's what SFR really, really was to me, was just coming together with family, Scentsy family. And it didn't matter what your title was, because we were all there for the same reasons. You saw the good and the bad of Scentsy while you were there. And it really, really showed me that our team culture is special. Not everyone has that. And the fact that our True Life family has this culture of support and love and Scentsy spirit is incredible to me. And then let's see. Oh, so yeah, our keynote speakers were awesome. Amy Purdy is she lost her legs when she was 19, and she was a snowboarder, and she went on to become a silver and bronze medalist in the Paralympics. And she said this quote. She said, "If your life was a book and you were the author, how would you want your story to go?" And then she went on what you don't want and what you do want. And I wrote down, "I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I will, because I feel it." And once you get that in your bones and you want it, you don't stop. And your path may be really, really slow. And she had to come up with different feet and different legs, and she can now change her height and all this stuff that she was talking about. But she knew that she was going to go on and do great things. And so she never gave up. And then John Andrazik, who is Five for Fighting guy, I love that he said, he wrote his big hit that made him popular. He wrote Superman in 45 minutes, which is no time at all, right? But he wrote thousands and thousands of garbage songs before that 45 minutes that hit. So just perseverance and work ethic. And I loved the breakouts and I loved our workshops. And I went to this one girl's workshop that, you know, she had this really cool little thing for us to fill out. It was Alex. I went to Alex's workshop. She did awesome. And it was so fun to see her shine on stage because I've seen her through her entire Scentsy journey of how far she's come and how far she's changed personally and mentally. And I was just ridiculously proud of her. And I'm not going to cry right now because we're done. So SFR sucked out my tears. We're done. But I also was reunited with my boot camp family that I went to see in April in Idaho. And I walked in and the first, like, they were just standing there and they saw me and they all came running up. And like one of my girls brought these fun little packages and they're just filled with mints and get the party started. Everywhere you went, people were passing out fun things. So she gave us pins. And then one of my boot camp sisters made us like boot camp 45 little buttons. And then people just literally come up. This one says, I am worthy. And they come with little cards. Christy gave us these really cute avocados. Look at my hula hooping avocado. So cute. It was just fun. Everybody was fun everywhere you went. And you still got a heck of a lot of information. So despite not just the giveaways, but the knowledge that you get and that sense of community. And my husband had said, you know, he's been to dozens and dozens of conferences and conventions, and they're usually regurgitating that same information. And this was different. It was fresh. It was fun. It was entertaining, but it was also motivating. So that's all I got. I'm going to hand it over to Fancy Nancy, Easy Squeezy Lemon Pants.
Hi. I don't know how to do it. Oh, I switch. I don't know. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
pinned you as well.
Okay. So I am also on a SFR hangover. I lost my voice. I sound like I'm going through puberty, but it is what it is. But one of the takeaways, and Mandy mentioned it, was how do you want your story to go? And I absolutely love that, because in this journey, you go through so many ups and downs where you find yourself and you fix yourself and you work your business for you. You know what I mean? But I could go on and on about her because she was amazing. I literally have still not unpacked. I'm just living life, trying to unwind. But I remembered some of the things. Carol Bishop Help. If you guys ever follow her, she is a vibe. She literally, when we went into her class, I was like, oh, I found me, because she dropped a couple bombs there and that and everything. I was like, oh, I'm at home. And she's amazing. And two of the things that I absolutely love from her was, she said, when you're doing your follow-ups or, you know, your flyers, your mailers and this and that, blah, 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 she says, I always do 72. And she's like, why do you do 72? And I was like, 72 flipping stickers. That's so smart. You can use them for your referrals, your happy meals, everything. And I was like, why have we not ever thought of that? You know, doing 72, because you're putting yourself out there. And then another thing that I love that she said, she goes, don't stop until they tell you no. Absolutely love that. She was like, you're not bothering them. She was like, they'll let you know when you're bothering them. And when they tell you no, that's when you stop, you know. Another one that I absolutely loved was Kristen Phelps. She talked about her story, her life, her journey through her 10-year, going through a newly divorced, having ADHD, squirrel brain, everything. And I was just like, oh, I'm at home, because when your brain just squirrels, I was like, how do you recoup from that? And she goes, oh, when I squirrel, I'll focus on that, and then I'll scroll off, do that, but it'll be right back there to where I know that I need to finish and leave off. And I was like, wow. So if you do increments of 15 minutes here and there throughout the day of that something income producing, you're doing it, and also doing home life too as well. My aha moments was basically the first general session going in. I didn't get a picture of the room, but I wish I did, because when you're sitting in there and it's the atmosphere, it's the environment, everything, and you're looking around and you're like, wow, there's all these people, all walks of different life are in the same room as me, chasing the same dream. It's basically family. And that right there gave me goose pimples, still gives me goose pimples, because it's like we're all there achieving the same darn thing in every walks of life. So now it's like when people are like, oh, well, I'm a grandma. Rose from Boston was amazing. Everybody needs to friend Rose from Boston. She was life. She was funny. She was a grandma. Yeah, she's awesome. But what I loved was I truly love human interaction and human contact outside of just the norm. So meeting new people for me was like, yes. And I made sure I met different people. And I will tell you, I met 10 different people outside of the group from all different places all over Canada, Orange County, 3 from Compton. Oh my gosh, everywhere, everywhere. And that right there for me, I loved it. And there was a few other girls that I met outside of the group that I finally got to meet there. And it was literally like, that slow-mo run, and you're hugging them because you're just like, oh my gosh, I've talked to you for so long and you're here in front of me. But invest in your business, you guys, literally, virtually or in person. Invest 110%, because people are watching, people are seeing it. Because I came home and people are like, I want to party, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I'm like, yes, they're seeing it, they're feeling it. We're having joint conversations, whether they do it or not. Oh, wow. But guess what? They're still there. We're still going to have the conversations, because now I love it, but invest in your business, you guys. It is something that I will always remember and cherish forever, ever. 2023, all of us are going. Yes. So I don't know who's next. Was it Taryn?
Yes, Taryn's next. Thank you, Nancy.
No, thank you.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, because my Wi-Fi keeps going in and out, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get through mine without crying, because I'm super duper emotional at the moment. Totally for another day. But anyways, I kind of wanted to touch more on like the sacrifices that some of us made, just so that like you realize that it's okay sometimes to put your business above other things. And I'm not gonna say this to like make anybody upset or mad and say that like, you didn't make that choice. Like, you have to do what you have to do for you. I needed my business to flourish. I needed this for me personally. I needed this for me mentally. I needed it for me physically. So I did what I had to do to get there. I don't know if a lot of you have my personal page or not, but life really has not been fun for me. I'm at the tail end of my divorce being completely finalized in the court system. I sold my house. I paid off my debt just for me to kind of end up in a really crazy situation, again. So we're currently getting an eviction in the court here in Merced. Not my fault, but we're dealing with that. A bunch of other stuff that is going on in life, but I made it a point to make myself go to SFR because I needed it. My business needed it. I took a step back. I let my business fail for 6 months while I was dealing with personally, and that was my fault. So I did what I had to do physically, financially, whatever I had to do to get myself to SFR. Does that mean I'm home with like $400 in my bank account? Yeah, I did. But I also came home with a fired up spirit, and not only my own fired up spirit, I came home with a boyfriend who was 1000% invested in Scentsy more than I ever thought he would be. To a point where this morning I was so tired and did not want to get on Tuesday training that Scentsy put on, and he made me do it. So it's worth it, you guys. I'm telling you, invest in it. You have to save for the next year. Please do it, because mentally you will come out of that a different person. It was not just a Scentsy change. It was a literal mental, physical change. Like I can't even describe it, you know? And then on a different level, I went in that first day crying because I was so scared that I was not going to find people that wanted to hang out with me. See, and here I get emotional. I wasn't going to find people that wanted to hang out with me. I wasn't going to find people that wanted to talk to me. With my divorce, I lost all of my friends. I have no one in my corner. And I left gaining relationships that I will never forget. I left with women that I'm close to here that I can talk to on an everyday basis. And I left friends that live in different states that I know that if I need, they're going to be there for me. And that right there alone, as a woman, as a human, is enough reason for me to literally go broke just to go to SFR again next year. I'm not even joking you. I don't care. I will literally stay in Scentsy as long as I possibly can, whether I'm making money or not, because of these relationships. All of these relationships mean everything to me. So if I can tell you anything, it is just please, 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 please go. You never know what you're going to come back with. Like, you absolutely never know what you will come back with. And I'm so thankful for going for many other reasons that I'm not really going to talk about tonight. But I will leave it with, I left Utah with way more than I went to Utah with. And that's just not on a a mental level. I left with a lot more than I expected to leave Utah with. So anyways, I will leave it at that. And we'll kind of just go from there. And then I will pass it on to Charisse before I just kind of keep talking and spill beans. So.
Oh my gosh, like I am literally crying. And now I'm supposed to talk? Sis. Okay, so SFR was literally life-changing for me. I had zero expectations when I got there. I just thought, we'll get some books, we'll get some training, we'll do a worksheet, we'll leave for lunch, get some Starbucks, come back, and then we'll break, and then that's the end of the day. And I was completely wrong. Scentsy Family Reunion, SFR, is literally a family reunion. You're meeting people that feel like family. You talk over Instagram, Facebook, you text, but when you finally can meet them in person, it's a completely different like a different feeling. It really did feel like your family. When I got there, I was so nervous. I instantly felt accepted, loved, and welcomed. When they say you find your tribe at Scentsy Family Reunion, you honestly really do. Your tribe attracts. Your vibe. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want this to go perfect. Okay. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And I wholeheartedly believe this. I'm a super shy person, but when you get to know me, obviously, I'm not. I'm learning to step out of my shell. But I was surrounded by women who wanted to see me succeed, to be confident and just do it, as Mandy would say. I got advice from so many ladies that I follow on YouTube and from the True Life page that I'll seriously never forget. I learned from Amy Purdy that you are allowed to quit, but you're never allowed to quit on a bad day. And it seriously was something that I'll never forget. It was kind of like this aha moment of, it's completely true. Like, if you're getting like orders, if you're getting Scentsy Club orders, you're getting a new teammate, like, why would you quit if good things are happening like that? So that was a huge moment for me. Another moment that will forever be life-changing for me is when Orville and Heidi showed up on the screen, and instantly Heidi was crying. Like, it broke me. I started bawling. And then they talked about the butterfly process. So you start off as a caterpillar, and then you go through the process of being crystallized, and then the butterfly opens up her wings. And the quote that Heidi said, I will forever, ever, ever love. She said, once it becomes a butterfly, she said, her wings unfolded. And I absolutely love that. So as you can tell, SFR completely blew me away. I had zero expectations, and now here I was, just completely blown away. I was thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe I can really do this. And then I was like, yeah, just do it. So at the end of it, I really believed, you know what? Scentsy is me, and I'm just going for it.
Thank you, girl. Next, we are going to have Cinthya come chat with us.
Hello. Okay, so hopefully not gonna be all over the place, but going in, I was really, really nervous. We actually took a road trip there with family. My husband's just very, very supportive. And when I brought up the idea, I didn't think he was gonna say, oh, yeah, let's do it. We can totally make this happen. And I'm glad we did. We spent some time together as a family, and then he took care of the kids while I did the whole SFR thing. But I went in expecting, all this that we see from previous years, just the excitement, the confetti, just seeing all kinds of people around you with the same idea, the same dreams. And you know what? It topped all of that. The speakers were amazing. And like somebody mentioned, I love that it wasn't just like the famous speakers. We also had consultants. But Amy Purdy did really stood out to me. She said something like that we all have challenges. You can let them be obstacles or roadblocks, or you can use them. And also the one that Charisse mentioned, that you can quit, just not on a bad day. But I didn't just connect with her as a business side. I also connected with her because she's done so much for the community with physical disabilities. I'm trying not to cry. I have a 3-year-old, and she actually has some physical disabilities. And just to hear that she's done so much for that community, like, touched me and made me feel like my daughter will be able to do things that she was able to accomplish even with all the challenges that she went through. And also just Scentsy actually following through with giving more than you take. When they mentioned the Ronald McDonald's cards, just write a message to the families there, and they were gonna donate a buddy. My family stayed at a Ronald McDonald's house for almost 3 months. So I knew how much that means to a family staying there. And I'm so thankful for everybody that was able to fill those cards and make somebody happy. And then just the home office. If you guys got to experience the home office, them just walking out on stage and just even crying of emotion from just seeing everybody there. And I want to say something specific that happened to me. Katie, one of our directors here, she actually waited with me at the hotel. My husband was going to come pick me up, and Dan was walking in. He had his dinner in his hands. I didn't want to bother him for a picture, but he actually stopped and talked to us and asked like what we were doing, how we were doing and everything. he took a picture with me, and I mentioned that my son loves doing lives with me. He loves doing the Scentsy life. And I mentioned how much my son loves watching him. And I told him he's actually on his way to pick me up. And he actually waited like 5 minutes till he got there and met my son. And my son was half asleep because it was like 10:30 at night. But my son woke up and told him, I always wanted to meet you. And Dad was just so happy to just make his day. And it was just amazing to see that they really care. They listen to our conversation. So home office made a difference in my experience at SFR. And besides that, I mean, it was amazing. So anybody that is able to go for next year, I think that definitely they should. I think that's all I want to say. And next, I think is Jennifer.
Okay, I think I did that right. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not a Zoom person. Okay, so how to express what Scentsy family reunion was to me without having to repeat everything everybody else has already said. So the first thing I can say is that going into Scentsy family reunion, I was borderline kind of wanting to quit. I'm not gonna lie. I had 3 or 4 months where I was barely making PRV. I wasn't sure this was for me. I've been in this 4 years and I've kind of just had a steady pace at Star Consultant. I didn't think I'm ever gonna move forward, anything like that. And going to SFR completely changed my perspective on everything and anything Scentsy related. I did not think I belonged in the Scentsy family. I did not think you have your directors and you have your superstar directors and you have the people who do your trainings with you and stuff like that. But I didn't have my tribe going into this and people I could rely on to help me and boost me. So I really wanted to just, SFR was my last hurrah, let's see what can happen and come from it. And I learned so much. I liked the breakouts. I felt like there was so much information given to you. I came back home ready to just revamp my business. I mean, even just on the car ride there, me and Charisse drove 11 hours, 11 hours there. And we were already like pre-gaming ideas, like how to revamp my Jenny box of the month and how to do certain things and revamp our businesses. And I was so excited before we even got there. And so I knew going into SFR that this was going to be life-changing. And for me, it really was. I got to meet Alex in person. If you guys have not met Alex, she is amazing. I'm sorry. She is totally different in person. Well, not different. She's just so amazing in person. It's not like, some people, they're so busy and they don't have time to really sit and talk with you. And she was willing to sit there and talk with us, even walking up to our hotel late at night. She's like, let's talk, let's figure this out. I'm here for you. And I felt like I belonged here. It was, I don't know how to stop not crying and not repeating myself. If you have not gone to Scentsy Family Reunion in person, this was my first in-person Scentsy Family Reunion, and I am ready to take on my business. Like you guys have said, what Amy Prudy said, you cannot quit on a bad day. You can quit on a good day, but you can't quit on a bad day. And so this is me not quitting on a bad day and keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Yeah, all of the giveaways were amazing. The glitter bar was phenomenal. I haven't melted it wet yet. I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to just save it. But I'm for sure, if I have to figure out a way, I'm going to SFR every time in the future. In person is so different than virtual. You feel it's a culture, it's a feeling, just being there. It's so different. It's so worth it. So if you guys didn't go, there are ways to get there if you really want to make it happen. Because as a sole provider for 8 people, I have 6 kids. I'm a sole provider. If I can find a way, you can find a way. So I think Erica's next.
Hello. Okay, so me getting on here was super last minute because I've been having a rough day. I had a friend pass away last night, and I haven't been feeling great. So I am winging it, and I'm here for it. So Anyhow, so my name's Erica, and it was my first time at SFR in person, and kind of goes along with everything else that everybody else is saying right now. Didn't really have any expectations of what I was getting myself into. Super nervous. I knew quite a few people going into it, as far as like online. Some people I had met and had relationships with in person prior to going. But I will tell you, the relationships that I have formed over the last, I guess, 4 days that we were there are going to be lifelong relationships. I met people from different states. I met, I guess people are calling those celebrities. And, you know, kind of like Chelsea Otto's, she says, take off your lanyards and all that. We're all equals. And that's how I felt with every single celebrity that I spoke with. Someone that really stood out to me, which I follow, which I followed before attending SFR, was Chloe Cox. And you guys, she was amazing, so down to earth, so humble and real, just like she is on her Instagram and Facebook. She's as real as she gets. And she did not like all the attention of her being, you know, famous and all that or whatever, but she was just a genuine human being. And when she talked with us, she actually cared about every single thing that came out of our mouth. She was focused on us. And I just love that so much. Another person that really stood out to me is Debbie Pitts-Palmer. My team knows that I share quite a few of her trainings. I feel like she's just on it with everything that she hands out to us. And I am so grateful that I am able to take it all in and then also share it with my team. And I happened to be walking, I saw her so many times, and I didn't want to bombard her because I feel like, you know, she's this most popular thing ever, and everybody was. So I happened to be passing her past the bathroom. I was like, oh my gosh, can I just take one quick picture? Just real quick. I won't bother you, just real quick, smile. Like, and she was all about it and gave me a big ol' hug. And I wound up messaging her on, or commenting on a post that she had made. This fly is bugging me, sorry. And saying how she doesn't deserve the recognition that she got at SFR, and it was so overwhelming in a good way. And I commented on that, and I just said, I appreciate you so very much. And she messaged me back. But it was amazing. I think too, the giveaways were awesome. Like I said, I didn't come into it. My voice is going too, so sorry. The giveaways were awesome, but I didn't really know, like, oh my gosh, this fly, sorry. I didn't know how it was going to happen, and or like how they would go about doing it. And Scentsy spoiled us like beyond belief with giveaways. The brick was my favorite, just FYI, glitter. And side note, I don't know if you guys know, but if you were there at SFR, I thought I was just imagining it for a minute, but then I was actually told to me that I was right, that when they brought the bricks out, they actually put the scent through the vents of the convention center. Because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, the air just came on. What is that amazing smell? It's because they put the scent through the vents of the convention, because Scentsy's amazing and over the top like that. So just a little fun snippet there. And then, yeah, so Scentsy spoiled us with the giveaways, but not only that, with the breakaways and our workshops. Rihanna Franco, she talked to us about sharing the Scentsy lifestyle. And I feel like her and I are kind of similar personalities, where we talk to the person in the grocery store in front of us. And my husband, my eyes are watering so bad. My husband will tell me all the time, like, do you know them? Like, I mean, I do now, like, but it was just like how to communicate with others and find out their story. And something that she said to me, or said to all of us, was, are you really struggling with recruiting, or are you struggling with being consistent, doing everything in your power every day? And it literally made me take a step back and reevaluate, kind of like a little aha moment. I mean, I have multiple over there, but reevaluate, like, am I really doing everything in my power to work this business, to make this business work? Or am I doing subpar, bare minimum, sometimes doing amazing things, or on the bad days doing nothing? And I know somebody else mentioned something about Amy Purdy, with saying don't quit on the bad days. And I feel like it's been very easy to not do as much on the hard days. Probably a lot of you don't know, but some of you do. I've been having headaches for the past 2 years. Been mold in our house. Long story short, it's been a lot. So my bad days have been more than my good. So on my bad days, I will schedule posts, and that's basically all I want to do. And sometimes not even that. But so without getting any more teary-eyed than I am, those things stuck out to me. Also, I want to mention that, yes, I met Alex before at Disney World in person for the first time, and she's amazing. But I was so grateful to connect on a different level with her this time around. She's amazing. She is as real as they get, and so genuine. Loves you. If she tells you she loves you, it's because she does. And I am just so grateful for her. Something else that we got from Brianna and Alex was our little recognition certificates regarding the core values of Scentsy, a little award they put together, which is so sweet. And they gave us this little bag because we need even more goodies, all the things needed to have at SFR, gum, mints, all the things. So super sweet of them and grateful. But all that to say, I came into SFR, like I said, with no expectations, and came out blown away by the generosity, by the humbleness, by how over the top Scentsy is and how good they are to us. And if you guys have not attended SFR yet in person, even if you've attended online, in person and online are two very different things. They're both amazing, but SFR in person, I can't really describe it, I guess, more than what I have already. It is amazing. Everybody loves on you. There's nobody sitting at the table by themselves. That was something, like, even though I went in saying, oh, I know these people, these people here, whatever, as quiet as I am not, I had that fear of, like, am I going to be hanging out with people? Like, am I going to be sitting by myself? And I will tell you that I gained so many lifelong friends from this trip. And I am so very grateful. I'm already crying. Sorry, it's been an emotional day. Just there. But yeah, so that's my little spiel. Go, go, go. Don't second guess it. Alex posted something on True Life with the little bank. No excuses, guys. Like, if it's something that is financially a burden, save those orders. Like, no judgment. Save whatever you can starting now. I think we have like 400 days until next year. So no excuses. Get your bet there, and let Scentsy love on you. Let all of the Scentsy consultants love on you, and you guys won't regret it. That's it.
Oh my gosh, so emotional.
Yes.
Thank you guys for sharing. Honestly, SFR 2022 was incredible, beyond my expectations times 100. And I've been to SFRs in the past. It was just so awesome being able to spend time with you guys and like really feel that connection after so many years of not feeling it at all. And so hopefully this gave you a good glimpse into what SFR looks like. And I hope that you guys come next year. We have plenty of time to make it happen. Hopefully this momentum stays alive and you guys are fired up to come, because I want to hug every single one of you and I want to see every single one of you. And I know it'll be so powerful for your business.